Welcome everyone, welcome to Revit Step, and today I have an exciting video. I want to talk to you guys about the 5 things I really love about this car, this Bullitt, this 2019 Mustang Bullitt. I don't want to call it GT because Ford uses GT or Mustang for everything, so just call it Bullitt. I want to talk about the 5 things that really excite me about this car, so let's get going. Number 1 would be the main reason why I got rid of my old GT and why I got this Bullitt. The plan was not to get a Bullitt. The Bullitt was a little bit out of my budget. I wanted to, keep it relatively a simple transaction, so I was looking to get a base model. But the reason why I wanted to get rid of the GT, and a lot of people are probably gonna hate me because of that, but is this right here. This baby right here. I really wanted something that's gonna make this car enjoyable to drive. This car is already a blast to drive. I really love driving this car. I really love driving the S550 Mustang, period. But the automatic transmission, the 10-speed automatic transmission, I don't want to say it was boring, but it was just different. Don't get me wrong, it was very fast. If you guys are chasing performance, if you guys are chasing the quarter-mile times, go with the automatic 10-speed. There's no denying it. It's a really good transmission. However, if you want to have something fun, and also if you want to take something to the track where there's like turns and stuff like that, this I believe is the way to go. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, the MT82 transmission, it's a terrible transmission. Yes, I agree to some extent, it's a terrible transmission. But I believe Ford have finally fixed a lot of the nannies with the transmission at the 2019 Bullitt. When you guys look at other videos, the MT82 transmission, people talk about shift forks, people talk about slack in the actual feel of the transmission. I'm not experiencing any of this yet. I don't know about the shift forks. I have not broken any of them. I don't baby the car. I drive the car pretty hard. However, I have not had any issues. I have been locked out of third gear numerous times, which I believe that's kind of like me or my mistake, because I'm not patient. I want to switch the gear fast, and I believe just is the timing. But first to second gear, phenomenal shifts. It's always nailed. When you guys look at old videos, a lot of people, when they actually put their actual shifter into a gear, you could wiggle it. This does not move anywhere. And I know the car is not running right now, but the shifts are very smooth. There's no issues whatsoever. You can put it in third, you can see it barely moves. You can put it in fourth, it barely moves. You can put it in second, it barely moves. You can put it in first, it barely moves, and so on. So what do I mean by this? If you guys look at some videos online, you can see the previous S550, like I believe the 2015s, the MT82, there was a lot of slack. There was a lot of movement. It looks like the shifts are a lot shorter, and also you can see this. I'm hitting it with a lot of pressure. It barely moves, and when you put it in gear, there's no movement whatsoever. One of the bigger nannies for this specific transmission is the clutch feel, which I fixed with a little spring. You can guys see my previous video. It fixed all the nannies. So right now I'm really enjoying driving the car. Sorry, this was a long explanation. The rest will be a lot shorter. But back to the main topic, the number 1 will be this transmission. I believe this transmission is really good. You can see on his Just a 6 video, he has taken the stock transmission with upgraded clutch whatsoever into the 9s. A lot of people say, oh yeah, it's a bad transmission, but he was able to do it because he can drive well, and he also he did all the supporting mods. I believe if this transmission just needs an MGW shifter, and that's it. It will be perfect. Obviously, MGW, if you guys are watching this video, please help me out. And number 2 is actually on the outside of the car, and that will be the exhaust sound. I love how this exhaust sound. I don't know what Ford did or how they set up the exhaust sound. It sounds phenomenal. When you're shifting gears, the loud bangs and pops. When you're decelerating, there's a lot of pops. It's crazy. It's phenomenal. I believe how every single sports car should come like that from the factory. I haven't shown you guys a lot of sound clips, so let me give you a good sound clip. And this is, you guys can look and see, we're next to a wall, so it might be a little bit loud. So I'll probably recommend for you guys to lower your sound. Can you believe, guys? That is stock. This is what the stock Bullitt sounds like. I love it. The only thing that I'll be able to maybe improve the sound just a little bit is put an H-pipe on, and that will be it. nothing else. I just, however, see for $1,000 Ford Performance has a Boss kind of like H-pipe, which gives you like the 4 exhausts, which that sounds really good actually, but it's $1,000. There's no reason why you need to buy something like that or purchase something like that to make this car sound any better. The car sounds phenomenal. On to number 3, and that is a very simple one. I love this this feature in the GT, which if you guys saw my 5 things I like about my GT, it's a very similar video except a few things. But there's another thing that I like about this car, and that is the tech that you get with this car. You can see a little Bullitt just flashing right up there. But you guys can see the interior. I really love the gauges. I really love this screen. It just looks like a more modern car. I really love the 2 gauges up here, and they change colors if you turn on the lights, I guess. And if it's dark enough outside, these would actually turn purple based on my purple setting right here. So these guys change colors as well, which is awesome. The interior changes colors too, but because it's still light outside, they won't turn on. This is one of my favorite features on this car, just the whole setting. This screen, just being able to change, just go to different modes. So for example, gauges. So this shows the gauge configurator, but you can also do the cluster appearance, which obviously have your sport. And then if you go back, that's what sport looks like, which I haven't driven. I have kept the basic gauges on, I don't know why. And then you have track, and this is what track looks like. If you guys haven't seen it from the previous videos, I think it looks great. Ooh. Can you guys hear that? But let's go back to the normal mode, which is, that's what it looks like. Back to normal. I just can't get over how nice this car sounds. And then number 4 would obviously be the way this car looks. I just love how this car looks. It's a head turner for sure, especially with these wheels that I transferred over from my GT. It looks awesome. A lot of people stop and look at it actually. A lot of people want me to rev. It just gets a lot of attention, and I also like the badges. The badging is not there, so you don't even know if it's an EcoBoost or a 5.0. It's kind of like a secret, unless you look at the back of the car and you can see the big old round Bullitt badge, which is this right here. From a distance, you think, oh, it's just like a basic, you know, EcoBoost, because there's no badging. Obviously in the front there's no badging as well. I do also like the chrome finishings on this car. A lot of people do not like those chrome finishings. To me, I think it makes the car look a little bit more mature, a little bit more classier than your regular Mustang or the regular S550, which that's a personal opinion. A lot of people paint those black, or they plastic dip them black, whatever, or vinyl them black. I don't want to do that. I love how they look, and also I love how the front end looks with the chrome as well. I think that's a big plus for this car. On the interior, you guys can see the green stitching, which is different from the other Fords, because I believe they just have the plain black or white stitching. I can't remember which one. Also has the spun aluminum finishing. Obviously the white shift knob. Oh, you guys see that right there? What is that? Do you guys see that? Oh, that's an N-gauge. Can you guys guess where that's coming from? And lastly, for the looks, when you look down, you obviously see the big old Brembos, which that just gives another look, especially with these, sorry the wheels are a little bit dirty, but with the satin bronze finish wheels, I think the Brembos look awesome on the front especially. It gives it a good contrast. So overall, I love how this car looks. I don't think I'm gonna change much on the outside. Let me know what you guys think, but maybe change the, I guess, the side blinkers or reflectors, whatever you want to call those things. But there's not much I want to do. And lastly, for number 5, I want to say that the Mustangs have improved this a lot over the years. They're really good right now. They're not as good as the 1LE Camaros. However, they have come a long way. And with that being said, I think you guys know where I'm headed, and that will be the handling. I believe this car handles very well for what it is. It's very nimble. It handles a lot better than my GT. My GT felt a little bit sloppy, a little bit heavy. With the Magna Ride, I have lowered the car a little bit, yes. But with the Magna Ride, the strut tower, And I guess they might have done a little bit of suspension tuning from the factory. It handles so well. Like the corners are very nimble. I love to drive this car fast around turns. The GT was a little bit front heavy. This one doesn't feel as front heavy. This one feels more put together, if that's a thing to say. I have more confidence kind of moving the steering wheel and the feel I get from the steering wheel and the way the car responds. With my GT, it wasn't really the same. With the GT, it was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna turn the steering wheel and then what's gonna happen. With this, it's a little bit more predictable. So these are the top 5 things that I like about my Bullitt. And again, just to summarize them at the end of the video, it is the looks, the exhaust, the manual transmission, the handling, and the tech. That's it. Those are 5 basic things. But if you guys are looking at getting a Mustang or even a Bullitt, the Bullitt stands out. I would say that because it has some minor touches, not a lot of people will know what the Bullitt is. A lot of people at gas stations, they want to talk to me and find out more about the Bullitt. Even if you guys go to your local cars and coffee meets, you see, yes, you see a lot of Mustangs, a lot of GTs, a lot of EcoBoos that are done very well. But you don't see a lot of Bullitts. I've been going to a local Cars and Coffee here in Orlando, and the first time I saw a Bullitt is when I brought my Bullitt there, which is, you know, it says a lot. There's not many. I've seen one other Bullitt here on the streets of Orlando, and that's it. I like it, and a lot of people do like the color, and I'm very happy with my choice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. That will help me out a lot. Also smash the like button so I can you know, cheat the YouTube algorithm so my video can reach out more of you guys. I want to bring more people to the channel. I want this channel to grow quickly. I want to bring more content to you guys. If you guys enjoy it, that's my main goal. If you guys don't enjoy it, I'm sorry. Let me know how I can improve in the videos. And I really appreciate you guys' time for stopping by, spending some time watching the video. And I hope everyone's having good holidays. I'll catch you guys later.